So, when it comes to you, chances are that you like to watch YouTube videos with things actually happening on the screen. Because you must admit, watching 10 or 15 minutes of someone's face, it starts to get a little bit awkward. And because of that, I've collected quite a few images over the years of all sorts of stuff. But what we're going to have a look at today are some of the weirdest items that I've ever seen security tagged. Because we start off with this one here. You got individual single bottles of Coke. Like not even the 2 litre or the litre ones. I mean, you used to see it on the alcohol bottles. But now to see it on individual bottles of Coca-Cola and Pepsi, that really is mad. Which brings us on to this one here. I honestly didn't believe it when I first saw it. Like, that is absolutely disgusting. Like, you imagine buying that and just coming back home and sit, like, that is a lot of mould. Just touching the top of the bottle. I gotta tell you, I'm an absolute germaphobe. And that is disgusting. Then we got some dairy milk, fruit and nut. An absolutely top tier chocolate. So, honestly, I'm kind of not surprised that, well, I'm surprised that people want to steal it. I'm not surprised that people want to purchase it. But when it comes to just taking this, as tasty as it is, it's not something that we could do. Which brings us on to this block of cheese here. It's quite tricky to see because, like, the sticker is on essentially upside down. But you can see they do actually have things underneath that security tag. Like, if you were to peel that off and, like, hold it up to the light, you'd see those thin metal strips. They're essentially what causes it to bleep once you've walked out the shop. Then we got this one here. And, like, they've been tagging the baskets for quite a while in the cities. But now it's just branching out into all different areas of the UK. I've even been to some pretty tiny villages. And nowadays they're pretty much doing the exact same thing. And you'll also see this one quite a lot as well. This one seems to be quite a popular item to steal. And to be fair, I'm not surprised. I've got an 8 and a 10-year-old, and back when I had to buy this sort of stuff, it was basically 10 quid. So now for £15.49. That really does build up. But with these security tags as well, like, obviously I don't condone it. Because I'm kind of guessing you could sort of push these over to the side. And you could like, if you really wanted to. Like, kind of like where this one here is kind of folded over. I'm guessing someone's tried to give that one a go. Then we got even more cheese that's security protected. I mean, to be fair, like, this block alone, although it looks like it comes from Aldi. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Aldi. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it could be something like 5, 6 or 7 quid. But even then, for them to put a security tag on it, like I said, it is really not a good sign. Then we've seen butter. I'm sure you've all seen security tagged butter by now. And it is usually the bigger packs. I mean, 600 grams. That's over half a kilo of butter. So like I said, I don't think that they should security tag it. But I'm not really going to blame the shop for doing so. Even though this one here looks like it's kind of cracked a bit. And like I said, it is usually the bigger packets. But the other day I did save an image of a smaller one. I'm sure it's going to show, unless it's in another folder, I'm sure it's going to show up in a bit. Then we've got this one here actually, where they've kept the security sticker on, and they're just going through the butter. I'm guessing this is in their home. But, I mean, why would you peel these things off? You might as well leave them on, just so you can remember just how bad things are getting. Oh, this is it here. So you got this single stick, I mean, that is still 454 grams. But every single one of these single sticks just comes with a security tag. And to be fair, looking at it up there, you could probably peel this one off. Same with that corner as well. They're kind of asking for it here. You got, I'm not going to say it's free butter, but they might be giving away free butter. And same here in Aldi, still in the UK. You got individually tagged bottles of Coca-Cola and Pepsi. It is really not something that I expected to see this early on, but I guess this is the lengths that shops have to go to. And these ones always get me as well. Just the individual chocolate bars. I mean, I know it's like a protein bar, so it's £2.85. Like, whenever they put protein on something, you can immediately double the price. But like, if you're going around with a basket as well, and you grab these two, as basically like grabbing a shoebox, you just got these two taking up like half of your basket. So it just inconveniences everyone all round. Then we got this here. I'm sure you've all seen this. This one's in Tesco. I'm sure you've all seen the alcohol in the metal netting, with the security tags on the top. And like I said earlier on, it was usually just at the big Tesco's. But now I can't remember the last time that I walked into a Tesco where they weren't using this system. So as far as I'm aware, it could just be pretty much every location. Then we got more cheese that's been security tagged. But this one isn't just tagged, it's also in a box. And these boxes, you can't quite see it on this image. But just around the side there will be some sort of a security tag itself. Kind of like the ones that stop you from walking out the shop or it's going to bleep. So apparently cheese theft is that bad that they've had to box and tag it, as if things didn't look bad enough. I remember I saved this one the other day. I remember finding this one on Reddit. They've got a security tag around the trolley. I'm pretty sure it's Tesco. You can usually tell by the colour. But to security tag the trolley, meanwhile, by the looks of it, it's already outside of the shop. So it's already gone past like the detector gates, where it's going to bleep if you go through it. So this person, I mean, to be fair, it looks like they're on a wheelchair. But this person here, if they wanted to, they could actually get themselves a free trolley. Oh, actually, hang on a sec. Are they even using it correctly? Because it says if you're in a wheelchair, you can't use it like that. Or is it with the handlebars going out the back? I don't know. It could be that. It could be maybe don't push it with the handlebars going out the back. Yeah, I think it's that actually. Although I highly doubt they're going to steal it. Then we got this here. I mean, it is Ferrero Rocher. It says £9.50. They're good for when the missus is upset. But how unattractive does that look? That you just, like, if you wanted to buy these 4 lint boxes, you just got to carry it by the netting. Like, that is absolutely awful. Not to mention as well, like Tesco themselves, they would have had to have gone out and purchased all of this. Like all of this netting and all of these security tags. So if we're wondering why the prices are so high at the moment, this is, I guarantee you, this is a contributing factor. Then we got this photo, which again I found on Reddit. You got Tesco delivery drivers wearing body cameras, as if things weren't bad enough. Now these people who deliver your shopping, they're quite literally risking their safety. Then if you wanted to do the cleaning as well, you still find it in these security boxes. In fact, here's what I was saying earlier. That security tag there, just on the top of the box, you can see if we move across to this one here, it's got that security tag there. So when they had that cheese earlier that was in a security box but also had the tag, like I said, that is kind of going at it from both angles. And it's not just happening with the cleaning products. Because you got coffee here. I mean, I know it's £7.45 and like £4 if you got the club card, which that in itself is, I think that's sneaky to do, like as a sales tactic. Because this was the regular price back in the day. Now it's only the regular price if you've got their club card. But like I said, to stick this in that metal netting, all it's going to do is just raise the price. Not to mention just inconvenience everyone involved. Like this one here, for example. I'm not sure the backstory on this one. I've had it a couple of times, and I'm sure you've had it as well, where the Tesco delivery driver just leaves the tag on. I've never had them leave the metal netting on, but that tag, they've left that tag on plenty of times. Not saying I'm a big drinker or nothing. But yeah, it looks like they've just had to manually get it out themselves. And it kind of looks like they've completely smashed it apart as well. They've got those tiny little batteries. Like, I'm guessing if you were to get that battery out, you'd be home free. But then again, to be fair, you've got to get the battery out of that. So maybe not. Then we've got this one here, which we haven't seen yet. You've got this can of Red Bull with this weird security tag on top. And again, it's going to be some sort of magnetic device that they sort of keep the other half behind the till. But to put that on Red Bull, just reuse it and just like, they probably don't even wash these. Like, you got to think, like, honestly, genuinely speaking, it's probably got electronics in it. So therefore they probably don't wash it. So they will just keep reattaching it and attaching it. Then it's put on a leaky can one day, then it gets sticky. Then 6 months later, that's like whatever the sticky residue that's on it, that's still going to be there. And you just screw it onto another cap, right where you put your mouth. Like I said, it's got electronics inside. Same as this last one. This is not getting washed. There is no way on earth they could wash this. So it's probably the same with this one too. That is like, thinking about it now, that is absolutely disgusting. And you've got another angle of it here, where you've got all different types of Red Bull cans. So when you get to the till, they're going to take this off. Then you're just going to slam it in a box with like 100 others. Again, inconveniencing you, adding to the cost, and then also ruining the top of your can. Then we got this one here, Buzz for Booze. So not only do they have the security tags on them, you can see that one there's got that metal wrapped around it, and that one there's got the plastic on top. But this one here, this looks like Sainsbury's. We have to press that button, then one of the staff members comes out to you, checks that you're not a dodgy person. Like, we all know you're not a dodgy individual. But Sainsbury's apparently Sainsbury's still have to do the check. But then again, to be fair, something that I've just seen. That is LGBTQ plus vodka. I don't really know why they need a vodka. Let alone one locked behind a glass door. Then we got this sign here. This looks like it's from Tesco as well. It says, "We work closely with the police to keep this store and the community safe." But judging by the statistics that we've seen, I don't think that the police are giving Tesco much support. Like, they kind of just call them after it's all happened. And effectively, the police don't really do a great deal. Then you got this one here. I apologise that it's blurry. I didn't take the image myself. But they've put this security tag on right above the instructions. So if you've got a newborn baby, 0 to 12 months, and you want to know just how much to feed that baby, like, it's kind of an important thing. Well, now you can't see because they've stuck it over the top. Again, inconveniencing you like you wouldn't believe. Then we got this one here. This pod, you can just sort of see it in the corner. It's basically a camera unit and a speaker set in one, where they can just monitor it and then just talk to you over it. Like, if they see you shoplifting, they'll just use someone in a booth somewhere to basically just tell you not to do it. I'm not sure how well it's going to work. I'm pretty sure that whoever does the robbery is probably just going to have a few choice words for whoever's in there. Then you got these as well. Same with the cans. They're probably not going to be cleaned, but they're just going to be sat there with, like, because it's dried milk in here. So if one of these spills, and it does happen quite a lot, like just general stuff that's on the shelf, if one of these spills and they don't clean it, it's just going to be reused on every single lid. And it's something that I've never really thought about before. But like I said, that is absolutely disgusting. Then we got security tagged toothpaste. I definitely don't think that anyone saw this on the horizon. Just people apparently stealing toothpaste. Same with the candles as well. I mean, I know they're Yankee candles. So, like it says there, 11 quid, if you got the club card. But just 15 quid to the regular people. But they've got these security tags in. And I'm pretty sure if anyone did steal it, I'm guessing, like, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but you could probably just break the glass. This would obviously fall out. Then you would just, like, stick it on a plate or something like that. You could still light it and it'd probably still work like a normal candle. But like I said earlier, I don't condone that. Then we got this one here. I'm sure you must have seen this one a few times on the videos. Where you got all of these security tags just by the side of the river. And when I first saw this image, I did kind of think to myself that they were going to throw them in. Like, whoever's foot this is basically just going to launch them in the river. But if we zoom in, right, if we zoom all the way in, to me, that looks wet. Like, you see that sort of pattern there. And sort of the same there as well. They look soaking wet. In fact, you can see where the water's actually underneath it here. So they're not about to chuck them in the river. They've actually just pulled them out. So I'm guessing it's some sort of local serial shoplifter who's just been able to take, or like, proving that they don't work. Has just been able to take all of these out of the local shop, take the bottles out of them without a single person stopping them, and then just chucking them in the river. Like, that is absolutely awful behaviour. This one here, actually, we got a whole drawer of them. Look at this, you imagine that. You imagine holding on to this as well. The police come round. The police come round, you've got to explain to them what you've been doing. Like, honestly, let me know in the comments what excuse you'd come up with. I honestly can't think of any. Then we got corned beef as well. This one here, you can see the security tag more clearly. So if you did try and take this corned beef out, it's just going to start buzzing. And like I said earlier, if you wanted to put this in your shopping basket, I'd say easy, especially because of the awkward size of it, and the awkward shape as well. But I'd say that is easily 25% of your basket. And then we got this one here, a security tag on Haribo. I gotta tell you, I'm guessing this is to stop kids going in and just taking stuff off the shelves. And like I said, I really don't blame the shops for doing it. I know they've got to go through these measures. Like, you've got to be good on security these days. So I can't really blame them. It's just a shame that we've got the consequences of the inconvenience, the added cost, as well as the bacteria. We're just the ones paying the price, while places like Tesco make an absolute fortune. But let me know what you think in the comments. Did you enjoy seeing these very concerning images? And like myself, are you starting to wonder if things will ever improve? And as always, thank you very much for becoming one of the 49,768 subscribers.
This country has gone crazy.